Oh,
Hi there.
right.
We are now live. Thank you very much, Peter. Hi there. This is Neil Kilby and the sincere
Peter Schmitz.
Peter Smith from Transforming Profits. Okay. Today's podcast and live broadcast is the one big thing. So I'm going to start and show the viewers and share with them a simple screen just so that we can share this properly and have something to view. So, Peter, this is something that one of our mentors and a lot of people speak about, and it helps people who are in business to focus on those that they're good at serving. Okay.
Yep.
So the concept is that if we only got paid for those people that we successfully helped, then what would be the 3 criteria they must have for us to be successful?
Yeah, let me back up just one small second here, and that is the question comes down to this: who is your best customer, and who is it that you love to serve the most? Because it's a good customer, you like dealing with them, they pay well, they do what they're told. I mean, all those kind of things that make a customer, from a consultant perspective, an ideal customer. And like you said, what are the 3 criteria of that type of customer so that I like, so I can get paid? And this will vary depending on what kind of business you're in. We're going to use the example today of kind of in our business as a consultant, who is the ideal customer for us, because it makes our job easier to do. It makes the client happier with the end result, all those kind of things. And so, Frank taught us who's the best customer and what are the 3 criteria that we would look for, given the condition you just said. And the way he talked about it, the way Frank talked about it was, if there was all of a sudden a government law that said you cannot get paid until your customer is happy and satisfied. So basically you have to do all the work, and then they have to be satisfied and say, I'm happy with the work, Mr. Consultant, Peter, here's your check. And so that makes you look at a customer and how you take on a customer totally different. And so the 3 criteria are exactly that. And we're going to talk about that. I just want to add a little clarity to it so that people get the perspective of what we're trying to do here, because it's identifying the best customer that you like to, and it's in best meaning in your industry, in whatever it is you're doing. So
it's a mutually beneficial relationship. They're going to get the best out of you, and that way they will pay you.
Exactly. I mean, I could use the example I had last year with Travis, right? He was a great customer. He was happy at the end. He got a great result, and he gave me a glowing testimony. So that's what we're looking for. And what are the 3 criteria that you want to look for to find that kind of customer? So what's the first one?
Well, for us, okay, because of what we do in the Transforming Profits and how we help people, is that they are already an existing business. They're already there. They're successful, and what we're looking for is somebody who's normally north of $1 million, but north of 500,000 a year in revenue, and therefore they exist, and there's something for us to work with straight away.
Yeah, as opposed to a startup where they're just trying to figure everything out.
Absolutely. I mean, I love startups, but it's an expensive thing.
Yes, I've had several myself. So that's number 1. What's number 2?
Well, the next one is that they must have an element of momentum. E.g., they're going forward, they're proactive, they're looking to make something happen. It's a lot of businesses kind of lost that momentum.
And another way to look at momentum is they already have existing sales process in place that is working. And it may not be working perfectly, but it's working. They're generating revenue. They've got new customers coming in the door. Business is growing. Momentum means they're on their way to big success. And like you said, 500,000 to $1 million is where we look for that, more than that. So what's number 3?
Well, number 3, but would be fantastic, because all the reformatting that this.
Yeah, I know. This is not fair to you to have to do this on the screen.
They need to believe in marketing, advertising as a solution. Okay, so I've been into businesses where they think that marketing and advertising is some sort of voodoo, and the only thing that really counts is the product that they make, or the service that they actually sell at the end of the day. They seem to think that marketing and advertising is just a cost and not a way of increasing their business.
Yeah, it's really good. This is important to us because we use advertising and marketing to grow a client's business. And like you said, Neil, if a client thinks that that's an expense versus an investment in their business, they're not willing to try new things, then they're not a good fit for us. And you know, try new things means this: some things are going to work and some things are not. You know, we might try Facebook ads as an example. They're real popular these days. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But you have to be willing to experiment. Test is the word we use in the advertising space. And like you said, some clients don't like that. And so depending on who your best customer is, number 3 criteria might be something different, right? Might be totally different.
Can I just interject there, because what you say is absolutely true. Some people won't test anything or do anything.
Yeah.
But I want to alleviate a couple of fears, because I tested radio advertising once, and it would have been healthier for me to have been shot. It cost me $15,000, and I got exactly 0 leads.
I'm sorry.
When we test, okay, we test small, and if it works, we grow.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, then we've tested and we failed. But that's not a failure. We just know what doesn't work, and we can look at why it doesn't work, etc. But that's what testing means. It isn't a giant failure. It's a series of small failures to find out what can work, and then we can invest big when we know what's working.
And so anyway, just to kind of wrap this up, this is we call it the one big thing. It's kind of 3 things, but the criteria of a good customer is very important. And so as we go look for customers, so to speak, you know, we look at what kind of customer we're attracting, because if it's not going to work well for us or for the client, then it's not a good situation. You're better off not doing it, period.
Absolutely synergistic. And I think the important bit about this is it gets a lot of people out of their own head and into their customer's mindset, and what customer is not. But we're not saying what the customer is looking for in this, but we are looking to take care of the customer, so that's who we go looking for, so that we can have a great relationship with them.
Well said, and I think that kind of sums up the one big thing.
Yeah, and I've just, you know, this is our criteria, not yours. So you need to be looking at your own. If you have a business of your own, the criteria will be totally different. And if you speak to either one of us, we can walk you through this process so that you can help with get yourselves moving forward. So Peter, as you say, the one big thing was 3 big things, and but that's been absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Peter, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
All right.
Yes.